This one's for real. Well, I recently went on a trip from Mactan Island to Kapuukan on Leyte Island. In this video...
Is it ready?
Yep, you got to say what's on there. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I was in the air. So
It's hard, and I mean don't worry about it, because I mean
don't pressure yourself.
yeah don't.
So I was in the area near the Mactan new town, and I wanted to go up here to Kapuukan, which is on Leyte Island. What I could have done was taken a taxi to the airport. That would have been about 200 pesos. I can do this. I can do that.
I know you can do it. You can do it. Yeah. That's so. Stand about right here. Your toes about that far away from there. Okay, you're good.
To the
Oh, back to the beginning. Okay.
Ako sunod yan.
Here we go. Okay.
Ako din.
Microphone.
Here's what I actually.
Okay, we're gonna start over.
Here's what I actually spent.
It's not easy, you know. So just remember that.
Especially this first time.
Here's what I actually. Uy, mabulol ka
Try.
I'm not laughing at you because the same thing here. Same thing happens to me. I mean, here's what I actually spent. Sometimes I
Just do it.
wait a minute. Wait, do we went too far? Okay. There it is. Okay. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
No.
Okay.
Here's what I usually spend. I took a taxi to the ferry terminal in Cebu. That ran me 500 pesos.
Oops. She meant to say 500 pesos. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make it really difficult for you. Okay. Okay. So.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay. Now the teleprompter is going to be moving a little bit faster. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? Here we go.
I'll go na?
Yeah.
That ran me 500 pesos. The ferry ride from Cebu to Armok was just 990 pesos. Quite a bit less than the 15,606 pesos for the airfare. Upon arriving in Armok, I rode a tricycle to the bus terminal.
Okay. Here we go.
Wait.
Okay, where were we?
So when I add up everything that I spent, in US dollars, the $27.61. Of course, it's going to take longer to get.
You try yan.
Yeah, try.
Here's what I actually spent.
It was the savings.
Okay. You were skipping over parts.
I know. It's very fast.
Yeah, I know, because I sped it up. Okay. So what I'm gonna slow it back down again. Okay. All right, we're gonna do the whole thing over. Okay. Didn't you already do this part though? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Go.
Okay. I slowed it way down.
Oh, gini na niya.
Of course, it's going to take longer.
Well, no, wait a minute. We got to get at the beginning.
Here's what I.
The whole point of this video is to show not just these young ladies here, but all of you out there that reading off of a teleprompter is a lot more difficult than what you would think. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. There we go. Okay.
Actually,
Just-
spent.
Okay, get your toes about right there. There you go. Okay. You don't read this part.
Here's what I actually spent. I took a taxi to the ferry terminal. Wait, wag ko. Nabasa na eh.
Oh, hurry.
Okay.
The run is 500 pesos.
Okay. Okay, no more mistakes this
Okay.
time. Good.
I took a taxi to the ferry terminal in Cebu. That ran me 500 pesos. The ferry ride from Cebu to Ormoc was just 900 pesos. Quite a bit less than the 15,000.
990 pesos.
Okay.
The bus was.
You know what? You're
I'll try to.
okay. She's going to try and compose herself.
15,600.
All right. Okay. We'll do it from right there. Okay. You ready? Okay.
I took a taxi to the ferry terminal in Cebu. That ran me in 500 pesos. The ferry ride from Cebu to Ormoc was just 900 pesos. Quite a bit less than
990.
990 day na.
990 pesos.
990 day. Okay.
Quite a bit less.
Quite a bit less.
Quite a bit less than the 550. 15. Okay, quite a bit less than the 15,606 pesos for the airfare.
Oops. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Little technical problem.
Oh no.
Okay.
Doon kung balik yan nasib ako ali. Ubok.
Okay. So start with that ran me.
That ran me 500 pesos. The ferry ride from Cebu to Ormoc was just 990 pesos. Quite a bit less than the 15,606 pesos for the airfare. Upon arriving in Ormoc, I rode a tricycle to the bus terminal. The bus was 90 pesos. So, when I add up everything that I spent, I come up with 1,580 pesos. In US dollars, that's $27.61. Of course, it's going to take longer to get where you're going, but if you're retired, you're not going to be in a hurry.
Sounds like you're in a hurry to read it.
But you're in a hurry.
It was going a little fast for her, but you know, she, okay. So,
Of course, it's going to take
okay. You're not going to be in a hurry. Okay. But
ina to? Okay.
it's up to you.
Of course, no, of course.
Of course.
No, just that word right there. But it's up to you. Okay, it's coming up.
Okay.
There.
But it's up to you if you're willing to spend the extra money. It was a savings of over $250. If you're coming here to retire on a modest social security income, think about using fares instead of flights for some of your trips, if not all. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching and remember to hit the like button and
Subscribe to my channel.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're going to wrap this up. I really had fun with the ladies here, giving them a little tutorial on how to use a teleprompter. This is just one of my screwy videos that I do sometimes. So, this is going to be a separate video where I just kind of gave you a crash course on using teleprompters. So thanks everybody for watching this video. Fun video today. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video.
I'll try next time.